I'm Ieva. I am born in Lithuania, though currently living in Sweden. And I'm a human being first. And on a daily basis, I am mentoring several organizations back in Sweden. And some of them are involving work with migrants. Yes, Competenta UNGA is one of the organizations which I'm working with, and they are the applicants of the project Migration to Integration. So we are here thanks to Competenta UNGA. It is a youth organization, a non-profit organization running diverse non-formal education projects back in Sweden, involving as well international communities. And our main goal is just to bring opportunities to local communities. And often people with migrant background has less opportunities, thus we have a special focus on migrants. Well, firstly, it's a passion project of some people who believe that, who are firstly migrants in different countries and who believe that this topic needs a bit more attention. Not just from the perspective of the governments, but from the perspective of migrants themselves. And the project is funded by European Commission, Erasmus Plus program, is a capacity building in the field of youth project involving Colombia, Sweden, Myanmar and Kenya. And throughout these few years of the project, we as youth workers have been gaining competences, we have been exchanging experience with partners, as well as involving migrants to share their experiences with us so that we can improve our work and understand the situation better. Yes, so the project was actually one of those affected by COVID. The initial project plan was 1.5 years, if I'm correct. And project had different phases, concentrated on international cooperation and on local activities. We firstly started with building local communities and involving a bit of more migrants in our local work. And we started with initiative Friends Without Borders, which is still one of my favorite initiatives back in Sweden, where we matched someone local, already integrated, maybe also from migrant background, with newcomers in Sweden. And it was a support for friendship, where you as a newcomer not only get support from officials, but get a support from a local who becomes your friend, and you can go out for coffee, discover cinemas, or enjoy other activities. So this was the first part. And we actually did quite a lot of online activities in this period because it was a COVID. And just this year, we have started to implement the competence building phases, the trainings. So we had the training in Kenya, which was giving us competences of new tools for refugee integration. We have also got familiar how Kipepeo community is working and what tools are they using, and we have explored a bit of tools of mindfulness for integration. And now we are in a training course in Colombia with the purpose to understand better situation in Colombia and discuss the topics of internal migration, and also to see formal education perspective of integration and migration topics, because all of the partners are NGOs, while Colombian partner is a university. And next phase should be also a training in Myanmar. Unfortunately, it will not happen due to political situation. And afterwards, we will have a youth exchange with youth groups, where it will not be about gaining competences, but more about exchanging their personal experiences. And from Sweden, we are sending migrants with really interesting stories. So I hope they will inspire the groups. Yes, so the project is about non-formal education tools, and all of the partners are sending youth workers who are working in in the field with the migrants. So the tools are about different non-formal education methods to work with your target groups back in your countries. And of course, we have some additional tools which we are learning from university, which are about research and the formal aspects about migration. As each project, I see the opportunity to bring in this personal, human perspective in a project, and this is what our consortium of organizations often aim, to see it not from the perspective of us and they, but to talk about personal experiences and what we can do, what we have experienced. And as well, we always aim to add this mental health perspective. So in the project Migration to Integration, we're also talking about mental health of those who went through the integration process and trying to understand what else can we do to support the mental health. I really welcome everyone to join Erasmus+, maybe Migration to Integration projects or other projects on this topic, because when we talk about integration, it's often the topic which we discuss from a very distant perspective. And we as youth workers and as youths in the communities really want to have this integration, but often feel that we don't know how. So when we can actually include migrants and hear your personal needs, your personal stories, this is the best how we can support each other. We can hear your stories and we can help with the integration.